Hi everybody, I'm doing a Facebook Live this morning, or now this afternoon, about sleeves. I have been getting this question quite a bit about how to set a sleeve into an armhole properly. So I thought I'd do a little Facebook Live. I have my sleeve all made up, and what I have done is just across the top of the armhole I've run 2 rows of easing stitch. Now these are the longest stitch length on your machine, and it's easiest to just do it by machine. You get an even stitch length, but you can do it by hand by just running 2 rows of running stitch side by side. The first one is about the width of my presser foot, so 3/8 of an inch away from the edge, and the other one is at, I would say, 3/4 of an inch, maybe a fat 3/4 of an inch in. This is where my stitching line will be on my final product. So when you're working with wool, it's really easy to ease up a sleeve because the wool will ease and perform beautifully with steam. But you want to have the ease in your sleeve so that the sleeve doesn't pull the jacket off the body of the garment, or off the body. So if you don't have enough to get over that bump on your shoulder point, you need to have your sleeve cup that shoulder point. Your jacket is going to constantly pull off your body, and it's not going to fit properly. And then people overcompensate by making the shoulders too wide. And that drives me crazy because you can very easily fix this and have a proper 18th century shoulder line. So I've run the 2 rows of easing stitch. Now I'm going to ease them up, and I'm going to over ease them on this one just to show you how easy it is to get rid of all of these puckers. So what you want to have, preferably, when you go to sew your sleeve into your jacket, is a nice cup to the top of your sleeve, and that will help get over that shoulder bone. But I'm going to over ease this and then show you a little trick, and hopefully it'll work on this wool. It's not too stiff. So you can see I've got puckers there that I don't want in the finished garment at all. So I'm taking my steam iron, okay, and make sure it's got lots of steam in it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in from the top edge and steam those puckers out. And this is going to take a little while. And you're going to want to adjust those puckers and steam some more, and adjust and steam and adjust and steam and adjust and steam. I would recommend doing this even if you're hand stitching the garment, to get a nice roll to the top of the sleeve head. You won't need as much ease in the sleeve head as if you were putting a shoulder pad in for a modern jacket, but it should still have some ease in there. And you don't want to go too far into the body of the sleeve because you need that cup. And if you go too far into the body of the sleeve, you'll just shrink the wool up and you won't have a cup anymore. So there, I still have a cup. It's eased in quite a lot, but you don't have puckers, and these little dimples here will disappear once that sleeve has been stitched into the armhole. Now, setting the sleeve in the armhole is going to be different from every body, because it depends on how your arms hang on your body. So one of the things that is a constant alteration in men's tailoring is to take the sleeves off and tilt them, because a man will either stand more erect with his arms forward or with his arms backward. He sometimes has his shoulders roll forward. So it all depends on the human that you're putting the final jacket on, how you want that sleeve to sit in the armhole. But the best way to start is by taking that underarm. You see it on the... taking this curve and matching it up with the lower curve of the arm side, the hole in the arm of the garment, and basting the sleeve in and having a fitting. If you get wrinkles that do this across the top of the sleeve, it means that the sleeve needs to be tilted slightly in the armhole, and that's an easy fix. You just take the sleeve head off and just move it slightly and restitch it back on. And that's a really easy fix to do when you're hand stitching a sleeve on, because it's just a running stitch to stitch that sleeve head back down. But if you baste your garment, your sleeve into your garment first, then you can check it out on your first fitting and see how the sleeve is sitting on the body. But like I said before, you want that cup, even on a historical garment, to get over the shoulder bone of the person that's going to wear it. And this amount of ease is going to differ depending on the stature of the person wearing the garment. So you'll either shrink out more of this ease by going back and forth with your steam iron. You may not ease it, the stitching, gather the stitching up as much. It's more of a trial and error sort of thing to get a garment that you're happy with. You should always have a fitting, though, even before you finish off the garment entirely and send it off with the client. You'll want to have that opportunity to fix any slight changes in the garment as it sits on the body. Okay, have a great day, gang.